I wanted to talk about my camera gear. The reason I'm talking about it is just because I'm genuinely surprised on how good of a camera this is for anybody who wants to start content creation. This isn't going to be a video that's going to go super in depth about the camera. There's plenty of other YouTubers that can explain it better than me. I'm simply going to be talking about why this is such a good camera from my personal experience and share with you guys everything that I've learned and the pros and cons with the camera. Yeah, but anyways, let's just get right into the video. So the camera I went with when deciding my YouTube journey was the Osmo Pocket 3. I was particularly leaning towards the creator combo because I knew very little about cameras and audio equipment and wanted to get something that has everything in the box. You can find the same creator kits for around 700 to 900 bucks. I got mine for about 750, so not bad for an initial investment. The kit comes with a carrying bag for all your DJI accessories, a mini tripod, battery pack, protective cover, DJI mic, handle extender, and finally the Pocket 3. Turning on the camera requires us to flick the screen horizontally. With this device, it allows us to film in 1080p, 2.7K, and 4K, and all the way up to 60 frames per second. If you're filming YouTube videos, I recommend 1080p or 4K. I hardly ever touch the 2.7. Since the Osmo 3 is a gimbal, it's super easy to get steady shots and aim the camera where you want to film. It's relatively light, it weighs about 179 grams, so you won't feel too tired holding the camera for a long time. Swiping left will reveal all our footage we captured over time, and it's pretty easy looking back on them. There's an option to favorite videos in case you don't want to delete them, and it also shows you the format you filmed in. The Osmo 3 has a built-in face detection, which I sometimes use when I throw it on the tripod, but I mainly like to hold my camera. DJI came in clutch with its integrated gimbal protection. For whatever reason, if the Pocket 3 gets knocked over when it's on, the gimbal will protect it from moving to decrease the damage. This actually happened to me a few days ago. I left the camera on in the cup holder, and when I was driving and not paying attention to it, I didn't realize that it was knocked over, but luckily I was in good hands. Now I can't do a complete stress test because this is my only dedicated camera, but believe me when I say this, I've dropped the Pocket 3 like 3 times already, and it's still chilling, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright y'all, let me show y'all the pros and cons when it comes to the Pocket 3, starting with the pros. Pro number 1, we kinda already went over this, but the camera is super small and lightweight. If you have the camera charged up, all you really need is the case and mic and you're ready to go. I can drop this in my pocket until I'm ready to shoot some 4K content, and I like the fact that I can fit this anywhere. Pro number 2, like I mentioned, I didn't know anything about cameras. All I knew was that Sony was the GOAT at making them, but once I got my hands into the Osmo Pocket 3, it was very beginner friendly. Pro number 3, some accessories that I found that I'll be picking up later in the future is going to be a magnetic mount, camera lenses, and a car mount because it does have good stabilization. Moving on to the cons, I'm gonna be honest y'all, I only found 2. Battery life. So since I'm a small YouTuber, I have an upload schedule of about 1 video per week, and with the Osmo 3 this is perfect for me because it gives me time to edit and film. But if you're shooting multiple videos, you're probably gonna end up buying another battery pack because you get about 2 hours of internal battery under heavy use, and with the battery pack you get another 2.5 hours. I've had to stop a few segments of my video just because I realized that my 4K footage that I'm filming is draining my battery. A jack of all trades is a master of none. You ever heard of that? Well, that's pretty much the Osmo 3. If you expect to drop $750 on a camera and think that's it, you're probably gonna find moments where you wish you had another camera. For example, on my very first video, I wanted to capture an interaction I had with a seller, but I didn't want to be that guy that had a camera in my face. In this case, I wish I had a chest camera, and later on in the video, I actually did go pick one up. Before starting your YouTube channel, I would recommend getting the Osmo Pocket 3 as your main camera and having 2 to 3 extra cameras for more detailed shots. The chest cam I went with was the Insta360 Go because I wanted to fix my problem the second I realized it, but in hindsight, I'd actually go with the DJI Action 5. This is because you get better video quality and then you get to use your existing DJI mic too. And the reason I recommend 3 cameras is just because you're gonna have ideas that's probably gonna take more than 2 cameras to shoot. And I'm showing you guys real world examples. I mean, I had the same issue when I was trying to film because I didn't have a camera to film my Osmo Pocket. You know, I had to bring out reliable. In case you were wondering what drew me to the Insta360 in the first place, it was because it was super small and it came with a magnetic pendant. This was a no-brainer to me because it was discreet and I was able to capture video hands-free, but I wouldn't recommend it now because you can only use the integrated mic and it dies a little too quickly. So yeah, it might be useful in a future video. So yeah guys, go out and get the Osmo Pocket 3. I personally recommend it and give it a 9 out of 10 for the best beginner-friendly camera of the year. I do highly recommend getting an action camera to pair with this so you can expand on your ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you have a blessed day.